Frenchy fries.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Enter profile name.
Starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride!
Do you have motherfucking audio? I found it.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
But France is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
That's better.
But now you start to see it.
All right, game.
It's never enough.
Okay. Content warning. Cancel. Graphics. Okay, locked off.
Jog off.
Let's do 90.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
All right, seems good.
We're only getting started.
All right, I have never played this game before.
Good evening,
Do
I'm
not
Megan
spoil, or I will kill you in a video game and then also in real life.
Starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
Chicken.
What a wild ride.
Enter game. I already named it.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Recommended. A balanced experience, non-broadcast mechanics, and viewer ratings provide a reasonable challenge.
Friends,
What do you call a werewolf
and have
YouTuber?
confidence
A
that
like
the
and
team will keep
subscribe.
you safe.
But now you start to see it. The people
Nah, bro.
never happy. It's never enough.
Broadcaster, I guess?
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
I thought I turned it down. It got even louder. Now it's okay. Now it's just really quiet. Ireland, thank you for the 200 bits, man. The election. Yeah.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Okay,
right,
done.
Look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You
Right.
want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Right.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home.
Of course.
It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time.
Right.
Have a look to your left. These
Left.
plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Right, hold up. I'm eating me chickeny strips right now, bruv. Give me a sec.
You can see on the Unfortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Let's do Crazy Neil. Exercise with ham sleeves. My Salad Weekly.
Right, won't be long now till the signal
So
starts
you
coming
weebs
through
out for
from
the 9
station.
months?
Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes.
Bro, so you just fucking hired me? Wait, what?
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our
When's the
volume.
signal?
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good.
Oh my god, I did it.
Next is going to be to throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Right, all gravy. You guys just fucking love gravy.
Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins sports. Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters
Number
to
go
hear
up!
what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic...
Right, button
We've
2.
been on there for 10 seconds.
Too bit early there, mate.
Oh, fuck!
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Okay.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
First, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of
Oh,
being
shit.
deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary...
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I know
Which
I'll
one should we
the first
play?
one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
I'm gonna do Crazy Neil.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late. Oh, I thought I'd ask him about the elections.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret. That's all right, he doesn't remember anything I tell him.
Wait,
I'm
what
deeply
happens
uncomfortable with your
if I
burgeoning
just turn the TV back on?
Wicked, we've made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb.
Okay.
1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected.
He doesn't know we don't watch TV anymore in 2025.
Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
Am I supposed to be clicking something?
Down in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National News. Welcome back to later with the
Ah.
hearing of the shock election winners advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Okay.
is here with the star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have
Oh,
a guest
fuck.
who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
Shop
Blunderclatch
film
on screen 3 when she says his
Today
name.
Okay.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch
the
to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
He's a wonderful
Lovely.
chap.
Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on
What?
several movies, all terribly successful.
She's 4.
I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
10?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels. Doesn't it?
What?
Doesn't it? Bleeding. Doesn't it? Giving. Suffering.
What a visionary.
Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. I do it for the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like.
Get back to who's talking.
What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But,
Been on that show a bit long.
I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens
Do I do
Right,
it?
spot the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse, or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
Dude, this is what they want to see.
Now I'm going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
It'll do for now. Next we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate, upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you
Oh
said.
my god.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
sterility. This formula, this is the key.
We're gaining our viewership.
You'll get it with practice.
Easy.
We have to ask ourselves.
Dude, I don't know what they want because the drama is what people want to see.
Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words.
Yeah,
As
bro.
you probably notice, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as
I didn't
long
know
as
you
the
could get
swear
an
word
E as a
lasts.
grade.
It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you
Simple,
do it by
innit?
eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
These potentially true statistics are all terrifying reasons why you need to pop a bit of John in your
Mate, if you don't turn up the broadcast volume, you won't be able to time your bleeps. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember
Okay.
to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late.
Okay.
You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
4,
Right.
3. Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to
Roll
bleep.
for it.
Oh god, dude, he's fucking drunk.
Thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
Dude, I'm trying to see if he's gonna fucking...
down lying southern brick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through there.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry
Thank you,
about that.
man.
I've had a couple of celebratory pints. It makes me coarser than a grown-is.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their checkbooks on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act, working with the tax
Dude, is
office,
this
we have
average British
produced a
television?
definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
All you I've got school snobs have got nowhere. And earlier today, we revoked your passports.
It sounds like he's just throwing out slurs.
You leave like you threatened before the election. That's fine. But first, you're gonna pay up You're gonna pay it back.
Advance are going to turn this country
He
from a
was
nation
just
of warring
talking.
individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret. So to you posh
People who pay your pittance to serve them drinks
Oh
in
my
their private
God.
clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get...
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
What did he even say?
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language.
Fruity?
Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. As the country braces itself...
Pissed is a naughty word.
braces itself for new government. That's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peace...
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate.
Dude!
With this exquisite
I'm
limited
on my
edition
own.
collection. My Salad Weekly. Sign up now and every week we'll send you an authentic, ethically sourced ingredient to add to your salad. Build your collection week by week and very soon you'll have a salad that really gets the lunchroom talking.
When the program's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went.
Yo, B ain't even bad.
And an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
Okay.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid.
Broke ass poor.
That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Bro!
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
Oh. Wow. The boss loves me right now.
Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back.
I thought this guy left.
To the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished,
Oh, this is what I did.
rewind and fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Hold on. Hold on, dude. I got just so many crumbs.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of...
The footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year.
Hold on, let's see the real good one. The interview.
News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners.
To the Shopbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Right, rushes and let's have a look at those.
Okay.
Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Apparently he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's at liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody.
That's me.
And a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
He doesn't know.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their...
so loud. Day 1. I mean day 3. You arrive home to find a post on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you open it. It's a form from the new advanced government, asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston, 14, and Susie Winston, 19. Well, you muse, at least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Question 1. Upon starting a new job, you would... be productive and get to work immediately. Question 2. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking out confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would... recommend that your colleague reports it. Question 3. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than previous ones. You would... leave work on time. It's the annual company barbecue and you and your family have been invited. You are washing your hair that day? Looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family. You go if you're free, but you wouldn't mind missing it. Bro, I have fun practicing. You, question 5, have had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you refuse to attend. List your achievements and all the good memories you have working there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. Focus on issues and challenges you faced while working there or refuse to attend. List your achievements. Question 6, in your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music or making models, attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in, encourage and support your children with their hobbies, or play in your local sports team. I like to relax alone. Question 7, your ideal all-day getaway would be exploring somewhere unfamiliar, discovering new experiences, a structured day out at a theme park bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family, a romantic getaway with your partner to a tropical island paradise. I'm a Disney adult. Question 8, it is most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, or equal. Happy. Thank you for your cooperation. Signed. Day 6. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drawing up a favourite cup of coffee, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let him in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers. Sorry, they're British. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers. But I need a favour and you're the only one I can ask. What's going on? You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff. The Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit! You've never seen Chris this agitated. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily, but they can't afford it. People like me, we're gonna lose everything. Sorry, everything. I'm sorry, but like taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. Chris's eyes flash dangerously. You can't possibly be that naive. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. Look, that's not why I'm here. I need to borrow your passport. What? What for? They've taken mine and half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and me money will be safe, but I need to go now before they freeze me accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Surely it's not that serious, bro. I'm not giving you my fucking passport. Chris's mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? Yeah, it does, bro. You ain't getting me fucking passport. You yanking me pistol right now. It's against the law. I can't help you. Fine, I'll solve this myself. Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the neon fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. The knot in your stomach tightens. Screw the 1%, keep your passport. Who the fuck would give him your passport? Who would do that? Da, 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 da. The fallout. Who's that?
That's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Hey, who's the bloke on the left in it?
You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You know, load the tapes under the desk, look down. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences.
Should we play? Is this toy safe? It's fine. Let's do Alan James and Je suis coquin.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here.
What?
It's really simple.
I don't know what he's saying.
Count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine, and you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches.
Well, he's like in my ear now and it hurts.
Zero. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice.
Love today's stream title, only slightly offended.
Pictures you choose to show of these people.
It's just a joke, guy.
Is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
One of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet
I missed everything he said.
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Oh, 3 is A and 4 is B.
4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical thinker.
What did I do? I thought the timer was counting down to clicking it, not how long I had. I don't want to set the world on fire.
You'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
Right, mate.
And we're off. Good luck, mate. Before I get to it,
Alright, I got this. I got this, bro.
My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody.
What do you mean
Not the best source of
mistrust?
consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy
Easy.
Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future
I
may
have to
hold
pick
with a leading
one.
economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who...
Oh, I have to pick the picture? Okay, I understand.
...the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
Gotcha.
In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehearts. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint.
What?
The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks
Dante's
to a breakthrough in
taint.
underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of
Is it ever going to be like
explorations
pick the
of
bad
this
one?
unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have."
Right,
Playing
tail,
the
mate.
field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is now leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore.
I should have done the one where he was puking.
Inside My Snatch has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country. to
Maybe
talk
not
with
the one
people
where he's
seeking
pointing a
the
gun.
justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut?
Good?
All that
Was that
with Megan
good?
Wolf with a group of young actors who are already
Oh,
experiencing
yeah.
the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds back, everybody. Can we get the guests in
What?
quickly, please?
We actually had to make the book indestructible because people tried to set it on fire too much. It's like,
Thanks for coming on.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do! Dude, the fucking thing
wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about
My
Advance's
God.
first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they passed. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal
Fantastic.
there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
He looks angry.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become a great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all
Wait,
in my
we
book.
could say orgy
Alan
but not
James is-
pissed?
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war like we've ever seen before.
Yo.
We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high
John, thank you for the 31 months.
entire cities. We're talking
out of the wrong orifices.
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the
Dude,
same
he said
people.
I didn't know bollocks was a
Maybe they
bad word,
rebranded,
man.
But it's all a
Aw.
little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already
I have 2 seconds to censor, man.
amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates.
Good one.
Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from
Dude,
the
I'm not
water,
in the
chemicals,
green.
they're pumping
I'm
it
gonna get
full of live
fired.
juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Cool. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
2 very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
I got it.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
Hold on, I want to see this ad.
Kids, you love them. We love them. They just love me.
What are they censors?
State-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't. If you keep me happy, I'll keep you safe. And his
Wait, but it's red.
How's it going, actually? Fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
You don't want to be left out. I only like people that have me as their friend. Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly. Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now.
Dude, can I get a snuggle hugs?
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep
Oh, here
dive
we go.
into the state of law and order in our country.
Fuck!
Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team. to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed.
Holy
in this
shit!
We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy.
Dude, some girl just walked in.
Enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg?
We need more support from ministers. Helen, what are you doing? We need change at a structural level.
Who the fuck is
that? Greg?
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Oh my god,
Just
bitch,
hang
please.
on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public.
Woman, now is
Sorry
not the
to
time.
interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective.
You, Ellen. I would have expected this from you.
Dude, I want to see what's going on. Fuck.
Jeremy, I am sure we all long for a return of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
And
Off you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people
Darling,
of this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy.
Jesus
Clive, I'm not having this again.
Christ.
Mummy, get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is
So
the
this is normal
responsibility of the
British
criminal,
television,
no one
right?
else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight,
fuck is this?
hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a swat. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
Titwank to fuck, I forgot to censor
Can
it.
you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party.
God
Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Tony! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
open!
This is a parody of it? Dude, can I see what this is a parody
Sounds like
of?
It's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to
I'm
find
not
a new
super
job?
familiar with a lot of
Boys are
British
here.
television.
Big Chris, little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
Is that a stripper?
This one's, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. When he's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know?
Nice.
Inherently unjust.
I don't think that's a real cop. That's a clown.
So, do you
No,
feel
that's the
tempted
stripper.
to- I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy Free only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we'll see if we can start trying to... You, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues...
What do you mean I
around
lost
law and order.
viewers?
After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away.
Ad break?
We'll be back after these messages.
Alan J. Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music.
Oh,
If you
fuck.
time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip: when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
How did I get a D? I did everything pretty good.
Picking facts out of your face the following Wednesday.
Alan James, coming to a city near you. Check local press.
Wait, are we coming back? Oh shit.
Welcome's Black, I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all.
Okay.
Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
This is like real.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole
Harry and I
idea.
were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre.
What the fuck?
In history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me.
Christ.
My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
We just want to bring a bit of fun and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at
Why?
school.
Her character
What?
doesn't actually have a name.
What's happening?
In a way, she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get
How do I
ready.
play the
can't
music?
wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting
Okay.
from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a
That's something
mathematician,
you
of
say.
course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clemens DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
Oh shit!
Let's have a look at a short section of
Fuck!
friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. I'm not sure I can take another day at this Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone.
What the f... Was I supposed to play music?
What might be around every corner. What might be around every corner. What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner? Oh, hi Gary. It's Gary the Fist. Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist. Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year. Going somewhere,
What
little
the
first
fuck?
year.
Great. I've been looking for some poor
He said mute the broadcast? Oh.
Violent father.
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers. Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck close.
Keep going for fuck's sake.
Right. Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free coat.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Oh shit. Wait, when do I play the song? Is it playing?
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you.
I don't... What is one? What is this number?
You could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Huh?
Listen up, I won't take no crap.
Oh,
Who
God.
said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew rap. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
That's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great.
Pathetic.
Oh no, I have to watch the cameras! Thank you for the 100 boobies! Oh no, thank you! He's playing the better song from British television. Also, Maximus, thank you for the Prime! Thank you, Anon, for the hundo. Holy 100 what? Big boobers!
For dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me
Gulp.
ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Yeah.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
True.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
What's a council estate?
Pretty hard on a council estate. It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now.
Oh, is it like projects?
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship! Yes!
Yay!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Why bother strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face?
What?
We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you...
Guys, what did we get? A D? How did we do so bad? What do you mean? You've received a slight dock to your pay? Current wealth, crippling debt. I went down? Oh no. Dude, I'm gonna get fired. Wait, hold on. This is like the stuff that they don't show, right? The ad, what is this, Rush Room?
Well, where is he? In his dressing room, probably banging his head against the wall. Look, it's alright, I've got this. I'm
Why
sure
is
he's
it
on his
so
way.
much louder?
Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be?
This is on you. 10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take
Oh,
another day
because
at
like
this
4
school.
of them were playing at the same time. That's probably why it was so loud. Dude, trying to watch this is like, takes so long.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Yeah! Woohoo!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
I have to tell my wife that we're in crippling debt now. Day 15, a late night. Hello, madame. I'm not a fucking madame. Do not call me that. You arrive home after a long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognise Sam's hurried scroll. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know where this is headed. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up, underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? You sulkily pressed play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. You used to laugh about. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid. What always makes the two of you laugh? It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts you. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. You let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. Clearly surprised, he practically races out the door. You've dozed in front of the movie, waiting up for his return. You start to wake at the sound of the TV static. It's gone midnight and there's no sign of Charlie or Sam. It's gone midnight. Bro was supposed to be out an hour ago. I do not trust my child. You go over there and march him home. Arriving at your friend's house, you find your son, who miraculously notices the time when he sees you. He may think you were born yesterday, but at least he apologizes. That's something. You recognize that cheeky, mischievous look. You can't help but let him off this time. Oh, you cheeky little bastard. That's me son right there. That bugger there. Okay, it's been a couple months now. A tight Christmas. I don't have enough money for Christmas, man! You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow is settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually a nice time of year. At the clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. Yes, thank you, Alex! It's lovely, she murmurs. It's been happening more and more lately. Dementia. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard. You make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone! I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. What? Chris, sighs Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? Sam's right. Let's try and enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter, Susie, sees an opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not gonna like this, am I? You joke. Susie rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning on traveling this year? Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris and makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Suze. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Hey, Chris, why don't you shut the fuck up? You know what? Let me make this easier for you. Chris spits, heading for the door. Sorry, kids. Sam is standing now, too. Oh, nice, Alex. Real nice. What did I do, bitch? The cheap canned vegetables taste bitter in your mouth as the meal continues in miserable silence. The clock chimes and you realize you've been chewing a mouthful of watery carrots for about 10 minutes. You're so grateful when your daughter begins telling you about her plans for the year. We'll see in many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures. How are you gonna pay for all this? I was hoping you'd help me. Susie admits sheepishly, suddenly intent on itch behind her ear. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money's really tight right now that Grandma's staying here. We just don't have that much to spare, Susie. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. I'll just have to work overtime, Susie. Susie's grin stretches. You mean it? That's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She hugs you tight before pulling a cracker from her little brother. Their grandma watches them proudly. You try not to think about how you're gonna find the money for the trip. Merry Christmas, sweetheart, is all you can say. Well, there goes the kidney. Dude, I can't believe this bitch. She's like literally letting her brother be such a fucking asshole, and then I'm like going along with it, and he says some fucked shit to my kid, and I clap back, and then she gets mad at me? Release me. You're leaping through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new assets and wealth redemption scheme. Hopefully this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. Regent, thank you for 39 months. As such, it's our pleasure to enclose a check, which we hope you will see as a symbol not only of our gratitude, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check! And a sizable one at that! Chris was right. Chris was right! Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, the weight of your financial burdens lessens lightly. It's a bliss. Selling the other kidney. It said selling the other kidney. Wait, me not giving my passport actually made us more money. Not worrying every day. Oh God. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives it the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. Was that your suitcase, or you just... The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working round the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you gonna tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement, kissing you. They grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. Ain't no way, bro. She's gonna divorce me after this. Sorry, boss. I was already out of the house when I got the message. I never even got it. I was already left. We left early morning. Sorry, dog. You should have told me. Told me before. Ignore. Message deleted. What was that? Comes a voice from behind you. Nothing important. You reply as you put your coat on. Adrenaline coursing through your body. Grabbing Sam around the waist, you practically slam the front door. You might as well enjoy your time off. You're going to pay for it on a Monday. Yeah, nah, bruh. Not my problem. An unwelcome return. When you get to work on Monday morning, you get some sour looks from your exhausted colleagues. A note sits waiting for you. The immaculate script is blood red. I'm very disappointed, Winston. Was it worth it? Yeah, fuck this job! And fuck all of them. I'm gonna go camping with my wife because I'm gonna die someday, and I would have rather gone camping and making memories than working at this fuck-ass corporation, bruh. Quit your job! Kill the rich! Yeah! You first? Oh, God. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of corporation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs a flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us out home after so you won't have to do anything. I don't know if I want him to go to this, but then he's probably gonna hate me if I don't. Advanced go-getters? Yeah, you don't want to be in the cult. son. Believe me. I'm not signing it. Sorry, mate. I just don't think this is the right place for you. You hand the form gently. What? This is so unfair! Why? Look, I know it seems that way, Charlie, but you'll understand soon enough. Yeah, let's all be streamers. Yeah. Alan James is right in front of you. Can afford coffee? Oh my god! We're rich! Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and it'll be hilarious if nothing else. Yeah, it's fucking funny, dude. The show's entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker, and laughing about it sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd. Not laughing, but roaring. Stay neutral. Okay. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish. But a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality, but by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto? Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be granted. Please select one of the following. EOB, Eye of the Beholder, Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in our customers. Neil's Deals Limited, it's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Or Pleasure Corp, our business is your pleasure from sport to travel or even just some you time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. Wait, what is this? A company that I'm paying? Mike, I'm putting like stocks? Is it like an investment? It's British, we don't say the I in leisure. Oh. Why? I'm thinking Eye of the Beholder or Pleasure Corp. Join the Illuminati, Tesla, or Bezos. Oh, it is the Illuminati. Okay. All right, Pleasure Corp. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form from the envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnership in 3 to 6 working months. It seems even Advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together, Julia Salazar, Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? When do I play the game again? Have I been getting paid this whole time? Oh. Da 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 do do do. Da Tempest. Oh, here we go.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it.
Okay.
Free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot.
Okay, got it.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
Wait.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary
Wait.
friend in the sky?
So do I want to listen to the live or listen to the broadcast?
10 seconds, everybody.
Final at 11:45 before the weather and close.
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight, Wolf.
Uncooperative.
Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensgaard and David Wong announced today that they're considering two possible options.
With two of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be
You said turn live down, didn't you?
If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked presence.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand
I picked it.
today when this new protest group first presented
Amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Table for two. Johnny Hamsleys and Tiffany Lamore were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say that they're not looking at his school report.
Is this one celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
Why is it so
And
dark?
onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia
Fubar, thank you for the
today
37
announced
months.
a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier
Flard
today,
Master?
though its critics are skeptical that the young
male
CEO
contraceptive.
can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception. But others have
Man,
expressed
why don't male
concerns over
contraceptives
safety
exist like this in a pill?
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual
Wait,
Sports Board
what's the
final.
countdown?
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News. National Nightly News.
They're testing one? See, if you give the male contraceptive, then you can't control women anymore. And that's not my government. Done.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the
Christmas horror?
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. That our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're saying
8,000 people?
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did.
What did we fucking do, bro? We didn't make the toy.
It's all right. It wasn't your fault.
Oh my god.
As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from the television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you?
Got
Was
it.
the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. Yes.
Smell him?
Like love.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
That'll be the
man.
fur. Scented with hoof.
With what?
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be for just $89.99. And then, it's a general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action
man.
eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glowed
Jesus.
through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
Yo, Timmy Five Eyes?
And what's the last thing
Oh
you
my
remember
God.
before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic.
Jesus.
You have nightmares.
All right, that's quite enough of you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
question.
again?
And now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again? So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of this indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered
Poor
by
little
Sophia
Timmy,
Remington
man.
in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety.
Here we
and
go.
quality.
Can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised
Roy,
for their swift response.
got that
and
mark
being
in
a
it.
set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Do you suffer
Check your prostate.
enlargement?
Very good.
Come on. I'm Tommy the Fingernail Harris, sporting legend. I've got it all. 4 world championships, 2 cars, a bidet, and an enlarged prostate.
Alex, Boozman,
Damn.
we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's
Okay.
6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
Speak for yourself.
Pressure on the bladder. This can cause trouble.
Segment grade B.
Laundry-based trouble between you.
We're not
and your
gonna have to sell our
shoe-dealing
kidney.
ex-wife. So what caused this big old prostate in your bum?
Damn.
Well, sorry, me and the doctors, we don't know. But I
Whoops.
can tell you, as you get older,
Doctor
your
never
body
fucking
changes.
knows, dude.
And that's okay. If you're worried about your swollen bum sack, book an appointment for God's sake. Procedure is easy, it's quick, and it's not gay. I'm sorry,
It's not gay.
Rectums, check them.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
Okay. You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you join me live
Wait,
here for the
they're
final
gonna
of the
try
first
and
annual
expose their
Stormfall
fannies,
Championship.
though.
It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season.
Wait, what's the competition?
She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to
Sports
prove himself
Board.
with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now, the slapping ceremony.
What is it?
Still going on. And, Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain.
Holy shit, is she sweating?
Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris.
Wait,
now.
what?
Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris.
They have to put it into the garbage. Oh, they're throwing the ball in the middle. I get it.
She's gone for the throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
I saw a cheek!
To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football, move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know?
Ooh.
Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that.
Ball in!
Harris in round 1. We can only hope the round 2.
Wait, are you supposed to make? Wait, are you not supposed to make the ball in?
With the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
Wait a minute.
And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, Striker, Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. We broadcast any of that, as I said. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap.
Mamma mia!
Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever.
So he wants to not make it in.
And was that the fetid thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move.
Right? Don't look at
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute
What?
What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course.
What did he do?
Game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
What?
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it.
I'm doing excellent camera work.
On display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over.
No cock on television.
Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And
oh,
after
fuck.
that, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Ballboy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3...
Yo, what have they got against the guy, man?
But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Thank you.
Wait, is this Devolver? This is who made the game? Oh, shit. This is so stressful, dude.
Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around.
Oh, the sequence is Devolver. Gotcha.
God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies?
What?
Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Oh, you don't want to make it into the bucket. That's the game.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Holy shit.
Possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now.
Oh, God.
I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of...
Yo, full cock.
I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're full of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match.
Oh, God. Dude, I forgot the sensor.
Yes. We want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Wasters.
Oh, jog on!
Jog on!
An absolute bloody...
I am letting Stormfall33 know I've been subbed for 9 months.
Mega Drive, they were the 9 months? Thanks for letting me know.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. Really
oh my god, dude. He didn't even throw anything. This guy's masterful! There's no
the
ball.
bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. Juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there. Quite late.
Insane!
But she's in it to win it. Harris's ball. On it, like a car on it.
Of course.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today.
Oh, fuck.
And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to
I think he lost.
To make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please.
Yeah, I think he lost.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has agreed once again. again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon, looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
What's going on?
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Are you scared of a long, painful decline in your final years?
Not me, bro.
You're being trapped in your own body as it slowly wastes away.
Oh.
You're losing your grip.
Dude.
on reality. Well, it doesn't have to be that way.
I have to, like, pay attention so much.
Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm has caused the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Boozman out.
Oh, so like you can't switch between cameras too fast, or it'll like circuit. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I'm gonna make some coffee really quick. I'll be right back. Also, Gremlin, to answer your question, wait, what was the question? Is there a specific day you plan to be at TwitchCon? I will probably be there like every day of the con. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Probably will be there. Oh, I'll be right back. TwitchCon is cringe? True. Honestly, dude, I think it's cool to hate women now.
Okay.
Man, it's so interesting to see you guys are real people.
Yeah, we're real.
Yeah, and not just ones and zeros.
Okay, I did. Okay, can I ask for one thing?
Yeah. What's up?
I know there's a lot going on. We're not talking about it, but in response, could you VIP Duluth? Could you VIP Duluth because chat.
Let's fucking go!
It's all about the phone.
Oh! Yes! We did it! I knew I could do it! And in less tries than the bald man!
Chat, some people, probably Asmongold viewers, are calling me a whore. And I think and they think like I was in some kind of like secret TwitchCon orgy. And I just want to set the record straight that I, Stormfall, have kept my virginity intact with not one certification, but 2. I am still I am now double certified. Oh.
Pathetic.
Alright, let's try our... What's the difference between a chickpea and a pinto bean?
I'm pretty sure those are different things. Wait, is that money? I think that's money. I've never had a pinto bean on my face. How are you just gonna die? How is this gonna just be here? What is this? Did the fucking editor just slip that in? What do you mean, 2025? How is this here? What are you talking about? Is this an accident? Did they fucking upload this on accident? There's no fucking way. What do you mean Team Cherry has been dropped off the face of the earth? They went to the Bermuda Triangle. They haven't said dog shit about this game in like 3 years. What do you mean it's coming out this year? How could you possibly say that? And then they just randomly fucking put this in a little montage of video games. Hey, look what's coming out on the Switch too. Oh, by the way,
mentions one inside of it. It must be something similar to a vineyard. And the part with
Hey,
the
not trying to be a
water.
weird creep, but I'd hit that like a core hound hits a druid.
it wasn't a core hound. It was a molten giant. Okay. Or no, it was a molten destroyer. It wasn't even a core hound.
Might be a well? Or maybe a fountain?
Also,
Well.
fuck you!
Fine.
Sorry, Penguin. Just the name of the— Fuck you! Where am I? Oh! You can just fast travel anywhere? What? Dude, fast traveling's just unlocked? That's crazy. Whoa! Whoa! It's so pretty. There it is, guys. You wait for like.
What?
How did he hear that? Is he bugged? What the fuck? Oh my! You fucking baited the shit out of me!
How you doing? You good? Yeah, good. So, you want to tell me what the fuck you're doing? I dump a hot steaming pile of Elder Scrolls on your chest, last asterisk, 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 and you go to Paris? And why is everyone so on the verge of fucking in this game? The thirst is like fog.
Unofficial expedition.
Excuse me, Momo. Thank you, Momo. Thank you for moving, Momo-chan. Hugs and kisses. Wait a minute. Oop, there he is.
Whoops. Alright, back to me job, innit?
Isn't that what we all deserve at the end of a life well lived? Our expert legal team will help you make all those difficult arrangements, and our aftercare team will help your dependents through the grieving process, ensuring your final wishes are carried out efficiently and compassionately. All absolutely free.
Phil, thank you for gifting the sub to Zoe.
Your team.
Anon, thank you for the 100 subs in it, governor.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury, the National Nightly News Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel
Oh,
about
God.
the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers most.
People who've yet to benefit.
Not them filthy whingers in it.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will.
Did I just have a heart attack?
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Okay.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
there?
sorry, yes, it's the camera call.
Wait,
When I was
death
13,
is expensive?
me mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes.
How is it expensive to die?
We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later he got back on. He lived with us for 9
think I'm gonna die.
miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
Sounds...
It was awful. Awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see
You got a strong heart, you're good.
Slowly fade away, and he wouldn't.
Bro, you don't know about my heart murmurs.
His breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see, and she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition
What that mean?
centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with
Wait, but how does the government get the money?
they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families. with a
Taxes in
slow,
it?
Long,
Right.
humiliating decline.
Just giving me electric job.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think I fried my asshole.
Oh, it's still on the air, Peter.
Yes. Sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried
that this new...
I was drinking me coffee, sir.
In what way?
Me copper.
Sorry, I've got zapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here?
Your generation might feel somewhat...
No, this bastard's coming off.
Sorry, that the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty...
Prime Minister, please, watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information tonight to tell your viewers everything they need to know.
Dude, I'm gonna die of a cardiac arrest at this point.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
And then I died.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Broadcast complete. Segment grade E. Oh, D. But how? I was doing it perfectly. It was literally perfect. I'm at comfortable wealth right now, though. My shares are going up. I made the right investment. They still hate me. It's pretty neat. I got the lockdown. Oh, it's COVID.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many
What
off.
what is
Hold
this?
down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great.
Is that the sun or is that the bomb?
For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Okay.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on.
This has no credibility, Jenny.
On Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
No professionalism.
What's wrong with this picture?
Wait, internal.
It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle
Employee
and characterful.
training
You don't
video.
know the difference. Of course, Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
I'm gonna play it.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
It's the National Weather Report.
5, 4, 3.
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucked? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snuggleheart's toys woke up simultaneously.
Why did he say
worldwide
Snugglefucked?
and began searching for their husbands. the Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions.
Oh my, that's
like
what
fatal
those
bruise
are?
syndrome.
The Snugglehugs?
Going stir crazy. With no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day,
Oh my
domestic
God.
relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
In response to a nationwide lack of toilet paper,
I
which
get,
was, of
oh,
course,
dude, there's
raided by the
different
Mrs.
endings.
Snugglehugs to
Playing that
construct their
one
vast
trailer
hives,
caused
many of the
fucking
nation's
lockdown.
adults have turned to a more childish solution, or at least that's their excuse.
Transformation. Popular cemetery Johnny Handsleeves, who has recently been suffering with his health, sent us this photo today, presumably in a pathetic attempt to stay relevant at a time of global crisis.
Since receiving his test results, things in Johnny's life have taken a surprising turn. He's certainly using the lockdown to reinvent himself.
Johnny says that since dedicating himself to the Dark Lord, he's confident he can overcome his
Satan.
recently diagnosed
Rise up.
terminal illness. Satan's got my gorgeous back, said Johnny. And I
Dark
promise
Avenger,
to
thank you for the
The shape of things to
prime.
come. In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Sporsborgen-Horgens brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Sporsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings from Dante's Tate, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know what a Mrs. Pluckless Pug is, but they sound like they're causing you guys real problems. We've been trapped down here for 8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad chose not to get on that escape craft. Since they grew me and the rest of the family, we've been getting on famously, and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also,
Dante's
it turns out,
taint? Yeah.
you can eat floods, if you can handle the stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Taint, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's
True.
right. As anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of
What?
that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who manage to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
True.
Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening.
I'm gonna use the guy.
As a response to how the
He-
people
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Here we go.
Good evening. One of the many new jobs I have in this current crisis is to liaise on a daily basis with the Department of Perambulation, and they...
What's perambulation?
are aware of these. Now, these are genuine requests from citizens for permission to go outside. Now, I would like to share a few of these with you tonight under the loose heading of what the fuck is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp?
Yep, I knew this guy was gonna be good.
From Anger Hampton, who says he needs to go out because there's a duck in the park that I like to try and feed on a Friday. I call him Mr. Quackington, And I think we're really starting to bond. No, James, they make their hives in parks. And then Katie, from Self-Righteous-on-Sea, wants to go out so she can deliver homemade meals to the elderly. No, Katie, stay at home. Your casserole's dire, and Shirley can get by with tins of creamed rice from the 1950s. And you, Lewis, from Bamblebury, those screams you heard in the alley last night behind your house are best left to the police. Now, I want to make this as clear as I can. Think first, stop sending me stupid, sodding requests, and stay inside. Pretend it's not happening until we tell you it's all over. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be
Rodrigo Reedon, thank you for the prime.
While I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
No, you don't. Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Excuse me. So are there just like snugglebugs crawling over people's houses and shit?
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Dude, they should have gotten a kunk on here.
Of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia.
Something kunk? Amelia?
I'm a huge fan of your work.
Kind of looks like her.
From a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in
Philomena.
Inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
What in the fuck?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
Storm, I wonder who that is.
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating
Wait, who is?
Rimming Toys. We are deeply.
Oh, they made her look like her on purpose?
Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening.
This is the fucking teacher from Harry Potter.
You see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed.
Yep,
and when I couldn't sleep,
Trilone.
I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory. Another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve.
Wait, so the Snugglebugs came from an American company?
Tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
Oh.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains
Wait,
devices.
what if they made the toys dangerous on purpose so that they could sell traps
And do you want to know the best thing?
after the toys attacked them?
Now that is affordable piece of
$129!
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys. But they're explosive.
Wait, she said hell.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Bandages? See how a professional Sophia Remington adapts to the... Oh.
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
We know times are hard.
What is this?
We know that you're scared.
This is the British television.
More than ever.
This is, Dave, innit? You don't want to come home, mate. Alright.
And the isolation.
Mate, you want to stay as far away from this place as possible, mate.
And the lockdown lovers. We say you're still aging.
Nice.
Possibly more so. We need to come together, every single one of us, and do the right
This is
thing.
probably like the best FMV, right?
Buying our products.
It's almost like a Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay with FMV British comedy.
Public eventually.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly.
Basically, I made this apocalypse happen. Yeah, because I played that commercial.
Ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise they've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available.
Alan James's what?
What was that?
You.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
Damn right.
How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year?
Damn, he's
from
kind of
regular-
right, though.
That's a lot of
Have you
people.
ever actually seen COVID in real life? I didn't think
Just
so.
likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
Right.
So, Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over.
Damn, he got a sandwich?
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now.
That liberal indulgence of healthcare.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any
What the
worse?
fuck was that?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing
Wait, they're in the same room?
Amassing an army to kidnap us.
Are they banging?
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one. Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what they
Katie
say about
Brightman, thank you
snitches,
for
Alan?
joining
I'm
me.
getting my needle.
Thought there
What?
from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello. I'm here.
This motherfucker.
Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to join me, so I'm out here on my own.
He's
Right,
outside.
And, can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted.
He's
And
gonna
my question,
die.
Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise.
What is
in fact, showing
PPE?
the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy. Not safe at all.
Personal
I
protective
recommend people
equipment. Oh,
staying
okay.
inside, following government
Beep, beep.
advice, and not
Beep.
putting themselves at any risk
beep.
at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign.
Guys, I don't think he's actually on the street.
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate.
A gasp!
It's terrible out there, I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound? What the hell's that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! Oh, too talented. Okay, it's fine.
Put some pants on!
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
Oh no.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
You killed him? Dave, no! What is that? Oh God. You. Wait. Guys, what is the sun?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not.
Oh God, the window's open.
I'm not. No? Oh, 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight, we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people... So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win, and who will National Nightly lose.
National Nightly, National Nightly, National Nightly lose.
So, how do we play? Well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that, actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple.
We're gonna play a game?
Sausage. I'm gonna ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else? Yours truly. And those people are gonna get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Is that... What is that?
Is that a
My
jockstrap?
athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have you
Right.
got anybody waiting to win this once in a lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And
This
can
is
I
what
just
I
say,
imagine the average
I love
English
you,
woman looks like.
both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way.
In a way.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman.
I'm a human woman.
As acceptable.
That's how I describe
Right, well,
myself.
shall we get this
I'm a
shambles
human
underway?
woman.
So can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
I don't think she's a human woman,
I did ask
guys.
for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts. Now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct.
How the
Question
hell?
2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Motherfucker.
Correct. The colour of my nipples.
You motherfucker.
What is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right.
Yay, you get the jock
Which, of course,
strap.
means you lose and win
Woohoo.
absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie.
Wait, what?
Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here.
Oops.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, among...
You...
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all
Bro,
of my
so many
artist
cameras.
contracts, I am able to claim
Stop
my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
Wait, it's the friendship guy?
Fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
It's Algebra
Actually, Jeff,
Man.
we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time, we got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right.
Stop it! Do not turn my power off.
I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger
Yo, I
children.
better get an A for this.
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right.
This says
so,
gerbil.
What do kids love?
Toys.
Child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow
Okay.
and overproduced musical numbers.
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients.
Why do the
aren't
dolls
you?
have a Karen haircut?
Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
As they do.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
you
yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear. Because all of the other bears don't think that it'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
Why do they swear so much?
What you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals.
Right.
It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Brilliant.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck. I said a more realistic worldview.
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
Yeah, and Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Nice.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow, they're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best
You're supposed to be changing it on the beat? On the beat?
So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations.
What beat?
The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
Yo, this ain't a fucking rhythm game, dog.
A multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere.
They literally explained it to you?
Mr. Bear,
Okay, well, shut the fuck up!
That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a
Damn,
classic
girl!
of children's entertainment. But now, let's see how it's really done.
Oh?
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you directly. A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex. You see,
stop fucking calling people!
The old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you got the family rule, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody proved.
Stop clicking.
Your daughter more. You like to think you got it under control. Well, if that was your goal, you better re-roll. Did you have a few too many at the watering hole? You clearly love your daughter more.
What did he just do?
Now Chris and Sam are broken, 'cause you're too scared of the law. And Charlie's
Yeah, I don't remember the rhythm game portion of this.
locked behind his bedroom door. But Susie thinks you're perfect with that holiday abroad.
Oh, it's a recap of my life!
And I've gotta say, you clearly love your daughter more.
Yup.
For a peaceful night. Yeah, you clearly love your daughter more.
Okay, my daughter wanted to go enrich her life abroad, and my son wanted to go join a cult.
On the National Nightly News.
Who
We'll be
am I
back
gonna let
tomorrow
go?
when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca, and I'll be naked. I'm
What?
Megan Wolf. Have a treacle night.
Can I watch that?
Oh. Oi, just give me that beer. I'm fucking famished.
She's Scottish, mate!
First, I'd like to take this opportunity to reassure you all that we will be staying on air, maximizing revenue.
What is this piss?
Using this as an opportunity
Do you think I'd be happy with that?
more annoying among you.
You're out of your mind.
Nervous Eric and queefing Janet. I'd like to
Hello?
address that the network
Alex?
Wake
up! Alex, wake up!
Wait, wake up?
Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Ah! I've been asleep this whole time? Hell yeah! Why do they still hate me? I got an achievement for completing the lockdown broadcast. Wait, so is the lockdown not real? The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces. Your family by your side, a reassuringly familiar sight in these new surroundings. Oh,
Oh! I was electrocuted the one night of the storm and then had a dream. Oh, it was all a dream. There's no bear apocalypse, guys. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes and bring everyone into focus. You feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam, there with you as always, their expression, understandably concerned, is somehow more affectionate than ever. Chris chimes in from beside them. See, Alex is fine. We missed the game for nothing. You and Chris still aren't on great terms, and it's hard to miss the tone of disdain in their voice. You remind yourself this isn't about Chris and squeeze Sam's hand, smiling at them. The worry lines on Sam's forehead fade a bit. Lord knows you've both got enough to be anxious about without your health being thrown into the mix. With a final smile at them, you turn to the rest of your family. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie fidgeting, clearly trying not to look worried. As soon as you turn to look at him, you see Charlie tense up. He's clearly battling hard to stay mad at you. You look expectantly at him, but he refuses to meet your gaze. Hey, I'm gonna be fine. We'll be fighting again before you know it. Charlie looks at you and grins, one of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mom? Your mother starts your call, clearly shocking her out of her reverie. She turns to you and smiles, and you're grateful to see the increasingly rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dearie, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod, but before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. She asks you, for what feels like the 100th time, how you're feeling. Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent. So there's no sign of any real damage, just a bit of shock to the immune system. Pardon the pun. I don't have a gun. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like that again, of course. After a couple days of rest at home, you should feel right as rain. She turns to leave, but stops at the door. Oh, and the private room and care, the doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice looks rather expensive, has all been paid for by a Mr. Bozeman. He left these flowers and said not to worry and to take the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday, apparently. Seems like the least he could do. Our current wealth as things are looking up! Dude, can we go to Disney World? That's way longer than a week. A burden to bear? You come home from a particularly late shift to find the kitchen light still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly opening the kitchen door, you find Sam sat at the table. Bills and papers are strewn in front of them, as well as what looks to be their second pack of biscuits. They shoot you a strange smile as you take a seat next to them. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey, sweetheart, just looking at the numbers again. They look to the door to the pantry, now converted into your mother's bedroom. We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her now. Suddenly, the bills are all you can see. Fortunately, with the money that's been coming in and what we've been able to save, we've got more than enough to keep going. Sam smiles at you. I know things have been difficult and the daily care won't be cheap, but she's your mother. We have to really, don't we? Your mother hasn't been herself for a long while. Maybe it's time to consider the other option. Maybe it's time to what? Kill her? You can't just put Grandma down? You smile, you gratefully smile back, but of course you'll pay for the care your mother needs. We can afford coffee still. We're fine. The sword of Damocles sheathed, as least for the moment. You grab the papers and stuff them into a drawer. It's such a relief to not have to worry about it anymore, or so you told Sam. Hours later, you're still awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking, how long will the money last? Every day of my life. Dude, every day of everyone's life that isn't fucking rich. How long, everyone? How long? Yes, Momo. You don't have to worry about that, though. Excuse me. Sam's out with work tonight, and Charlie's staying at a friend's. The house is yours. You order takeaway and have a couple drinks and decide to relax in front of the TV. Not a great selection tonight, but surely something to watch. You feel like a laugh. Sam's not here, but you can still watch a horror movie. You just want to switch it off. Action thriller.
You just want to switch off. Or action thriller is the one. Sam isn't a fan of historical drama, so you make the most of them being away. Historical drama. Love that shit, bro. Genghis Khan wasn't ever really something you were interested in, but the drama's not half bad. You even learn a few things, like the fact his real name was Temujin. Who knew? When it's over, you flick through the channels for something else to watch, but a glint under the coffee table distracts you. You reach down to retrieve the mysterious device, remembering Sam's note as you do. Hey, sweetheart, Charlie lost Susie's present. Would you mind looking for it tonight? X. As you hold it closer, you're surprised to find the gift's actually an engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the nickname's affectionate, but Charlie still scowls every time she says it. You're not sure Sam would approve. The accompanying note from Susie explains, Urkistan has a long tradition of glorifying the art of starting fires. Thought you'd like it, don't do anything stupid, Suze. Hopefully it's just a souvenir and not a new pastime he's picked up or about to pick up. It's nice that she thought of him. What? That's me fucking naughty, mate. That's what my sister got me for my birthday. La doo la dee da dee doo doo. La dee da. The silence.
Fired.
Nice.
What? You're fired.
What for? Facial sabotage?
Jenny. Problem? I want her fired today, now.
Don't worry, Kath, it'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise you're beginning to sound like me?
I mean it, Kath.
Stay where you are, Kath. Jenny?
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
Was she fired?
Oh, good. You can tell him I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week. Jenny?
And his very first guest is popular parrot.
I'm sorry, Kath, you're going to have to leave.
At 11:30, it's a double bill for popular transatlantic comedy, That Nun.
You're letting it go to your head.
She nearly blinded me.
10 seconds,
I thought we were
everybody.
all part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy, you know that. Just stop being so
Going in
high and mighty
5,
and do your job.
4,
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Don't tempt me.
Megan and all the team at the National.
Good evening.
Right.
I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and even some medicines. But how should we react? We asked the public.
What do you think about all these sanctions?
I doubt it make a lot of difference, Pet. I've lived through 2 world wars and I smoke 40 a day. I doubt this will either.
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has released a reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous.
Oh, fuck.
We are a democratically elected government with massive popular support. We do not recognise these sanctions, and we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them. Advance have struck fear into the heart of the international community by showing that it is possible to have radical change for the betterment of the many. And whilst I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is entirely self-sufficient. We are a team, now more than ever. And this team is on your side.
Oh.
Thank you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Short found out.
Bad.
I was wondering if you could tell me what you think of the government.
What? That shower of iridescent pricks punishing success and
No,
rewarding
fuck, I didn't
race.
get the answer.
They're taking this
My
country
eye was itchy.
down the bloody Swanee. And it's not just me that thinks so. My wife Iris, she agreed.
Over to you, fellas. Global mega corporation Remington's Fist today announced that trials have successfully completed on their groundbreaking male contraceptive product, Responsibility.
The drug has been passed by the government for general release, but the small print
We
warns
like
that,
it.
in rare cases, side effects can include blurred vision, enlarged genitalia, and increased risk of stroke. No double
Oh,
entendre
enlarged.
But what do you, the public, think of Sophia Rimington's latest venture? Patrick?
So what are your feelings on the new contraceptive pill?
I think it's a great idea. A big step forward for equality. Sophia Rimington is the best thing that has ever happened to that company.
A
side effect is you get bigger dong.
Commuters across the capital found themselves somewhat bemused by the latest stunt by controversial protest group Disrupt.
In a baffling start to the day, commuters found performers outside every major station, all dressed and posed identically. Whether we're supposed to be amused or intimidated is anybody's guess, Jeremy, but most commuters didn't even stop to notice.
Well, as
I'm
long
gonna
as it's
say
not some
neutral.
grand contemporary dance, it's probably harmless.
But how do we all feel about Disrupt?
Sorry, Mama. Edarin, thank you for the 20 big British boobas. David, only gifted me.
It's all a bit noisy for me,
Thank you
really.
very much.
As Mother always said, leave the rebelling to the rebels, Malcolm.
You've made it
Bubbling
to
up,
the
intrepid
leaderboard.
scientist Dr. David Wong and Dr. Ingrid Svorsborg and Hawkinsford today sent a blueprint.
We don't
of
talk about the
escape craft
leaderboard
for which
much.
they hope to
There is a
finally
leaderboard
dodge
though.
extinct.
Twitch made it.
With expert opinions
Oh,
of
a
the plan running
submarine.
the gamut from optimistically engineered to that looks like something my granddad made in his shed, it sounds like the unfortunate team are going to need all the thoughts and prayers they can get.
Bad.
So what should we think about the escape plan? Patrick Bannon again.
Dare I ask you about the blueprints?
Well, mate, I've never been a submarine engineer,
Oh,
but
God.
I've tinkered with a few motors in my time, and I can tell you that thing is not going to work. I'd rather trust my life to Uncle Pat, and I murdered him 10 years ago.
Blueprints, isn't it?
Oh, what? It's because you're joking. It's funny. Are you?
I am not a number. Applications finally opened today for the new Advanced Team membership cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations, including the police, banks, and, vitally, pubs and bars.
And of course, there's no charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be true.
Well, you've always been a cynic. But most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new
Good.
team membership cards?
Good. Good things.
Team membership cards. Oh, yeah, fantastic. I'm applying today. I mean, why wouldn't you? What are these protesters doing? They don't want us to know who their names are. Besides, have you seen the savings you can get? I'm getting one for the little one as well. Oh, how adorable.
There's no baby in that stroller.
You're a proper little teamer, aren't you? Yes. He smiled. He smiled.
And finally tonight, hospital pass. New images reach us today of brave Johnny Handsleeves and his doting partner Tiffany Lamore in their ongoing struggle against his horrific mystery illness.
Tiffany was forced to cancel her latest show, These Hotel Sheets and What I Did on Them, in order to devote more time to selflessly looking after the much-loved multimillionaire.
I'm sure the art world will recover.
With some critics questioning her motives, what should your opinion be of the controversial artist for at least appearing to stand by her man?
Yo, who cares?
Don't really care, love.
Yup.
Wise words.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jesus. And then we'll both be chatting with a
Jesus.
set to take the nation by storm again.
Huh?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National
Nightly
Nightly
News.
Oh, fuck. Based grandma. Gotta make sure that my squiggly lines are lined up.
First tonight, thankfully,
Mind.
some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight, we have guests from across the continent to discuss this unprecedented situation. For Advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lamfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
Oh, this fucking guy. Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
Oh, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
Great pleasure.
Urkistan?
You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard or labour camp who wake up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute. In my country, you will be worshipped as a god.
Okay.
Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Advance is like man who think he have big career in movies land, when actually he in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, and
bro,
we
he
have,
can
like,
say
some of the
penis.
cleanest mental health facilities in the continent. Yeah.
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk. I'm sorry, we don't appear to have your surname.
It's just Björk. Yeah. We don't use things like socially.
Hello? The government took my shit down.
If you must know, we were going to
My
go
B,
to the
bruh.
whole, like voting, yeah. But it's actually the Festival of Furelands here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So like we all had to work our grandparents' linear whilst the vote was happening, and that's like a really, really time-consuming process, actually.
You're like a sissy man. You had this expression, sissy man? Is like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah,
Oh,
because...
stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
Yeah, he always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Peter, you're like man with tiny penis who think he have tiny penis, but actually he discovered that. Oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of the world sees how well we're doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. He can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have like serious animal
Oh,
welfare
it's
legislation.
supposed to be
Like, my friend
Sweden.
She got arrested, yeah, for killing a butterfly that was hovering over her fuel thing. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jan Sandwich. She was a right cracker, too.
What?
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
Human interest, Jeremy. The real people behind the headlines. and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, eh?
Peter, you're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into oncoming vent. Soon you have tiny penis and beard full of secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go in for all that restrictive monogamy stuff here. We're kind of fluid, actually.
Okay, well, it seems that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and
possible
Oh my god, I didn't put fucking things in.
Yes, of course. Thank
Sports
you.
board?
Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Björk?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated divisive concepts like money. In Svenland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister Vodovich.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant Newton hairy bear. When really he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy.
Oh, here we go.
Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't even lose a wink of sleep. We knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we're ready. As my old man used to say, You can't make a shite pie without blocking a few
Fuck, I forgot to. Fuck. Shit.
We'll be back.
After these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Thank you for the correction.
Well, you have to be more careful.
It's all part of his long-term plan to get
You
fired live
what,
on the
mate?
news at 6 in front of the nation.
Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
This is important. New government censorship should show up in.
Why is my phone on fire?
Same as regular censoring. Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
Look, it's a picture of me and my wife on the camping trip. See? Memories.
Are you still meant to bow to foreign royalty?
What?
Should I just like curtsy?
Hang on. Have they given you the Crown Prince report?
What?
Megan?
This is Jeremy, and he'll be interviewing you.
Yeah, what up, big man?
Yo, thanks for having me on your show.
It's Jesus.
Yo, just a quick one. You're not going to ask me about the chimp, are you?
Live in 10 seconds.
Because he put that get up on himself.
What?
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive
Yeah, you're
first
right.
look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honor and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus!
What do you mean?
Thanks,
The fucking
Jeremy.
camera's
It's a
on.
real honour to be here on your show. The news. You know, as a kid on the streets, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand you.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop soon after I was born.
You what?
The lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What a tale. What a tale. You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said,
I'm almost laying his head on my arm, guys.
It's just too hard.
Of course,
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as their de facto leader. They call me Mr. Cheese Slice. Anyway, we were like a family.
Bro, did I forget to censor something?
Recently, you've been quite outspoken about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so...
Wait, what's the blue?
Well, you know, they stole from us. They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah, nah, of course.
Oh, the
man, very
government
much so. I just
censoring.
mean, like, why do I have to pay for it, you know?
You don't. People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah, I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing, and I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you worked harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help,
Oh
say,
boy.
vulnerable children? Mr. Cheese Slice. understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is
Shouldn't you think you're a
ideological
dog?
or tactical?
Well, it's more of a
Or
like...
maybe it's hereditary.
No, Mama.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm gonna do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah, you love it.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship system. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, God.
So here he is with a new song. Aren't we lucky? It's Jesus!
First,
Oh, no.
you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Bye, Mama.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel elation from your participation. Still two leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned. Talking
I pushed that, didn't I?
Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams.
Am I censoring it, dog?
So don't make a fuss when you're finding one of us. Get every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my
Nice,
taste may
I
be
got it.
expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention.
Dude, I don't understand this rhythm game.
My invention, you make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise of the crest of the wave, cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head, cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork.
Change the camera on the beat of the music.
So this is for the snubs, ones the push and the shove.
The beat is off.
Feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones. Ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley. The ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty. The ones of aspiration who had to flee a nation. The ones who built a business that had dreams of
Dude, it really is,
There's
though.
all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All
The
our
snare
dreams, all our
hit does
schemes,
not
all our
hit on the
means are not
fucking
same.
green
And the
light,
best
dog.
of the praise of the crest of the waves, cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head, cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your seats, get your arse
Okay, I
out.
changed it on beat, dog. It still didn't work.
Let him feel some fucking heat. Say you hate to go getters, you're squealing bed getters, and burn them on the powers of advanced.
Bro,
fucking
I'm not
letters.
censoring the government.
Gonna take his facts, gonna stain it red, gonna slam
So, like,
it
how
into
often do you
Peter
change the
Clemens'
camera, though?
motherfucking cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Chase that dream, you don't need a fucking team, and advance this little dance.
It went down to one again!
Cause they're stale and corrupt, then you're angry or corrupt, then your hearts and your minds and your fists to destruct.
Dude, fuck that. That's so annoying.
New song. Thank you so much for
Yes,
joining us in the
Mama.
studio.
Excuse me, Mama.
I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your lyrics.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas. Back to you, Megan.
What? Dangerous language there, sorry about that. Well, thank you, Dr. Jeremy Donaldson, for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Just a reminder, using that old VCR.
No, this is ridiculous. Who's up on baking?
This is just a mix-up, I'm sure.
Sir, the last one's old VCR?
My father's going to hear about this.
I understand. This is unbelievable, Megan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
D? Wait, but the thing's broken! Oh, no. Well, I don't know what he wants from me, man.
I don't even know you, Julie. Janet. Marriage and children seem to be a pretty big decision to make in a wine bar, Janet.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, shut up, stop it.
Look at him.
If we could just get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Megan, Jeremy, you remember Mr. Algebra?
Vividly.
And Mr. Harris, and Mrs.
Yo,
Ms.
it's
Raven.
Algebra Man! Hold on, Mama, come here.
Back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Perhaps a low-order demon.
Yes, it is awfully exciting, isn't it?
Right, okay then. We're going live in 10 seconds, opening on camera 1. 5, 4, 3.
Did I make it?
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken. Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Raven, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
So lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
Good
you know
one.
What? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session,
Akimbo.
sweat is pouring out of me like an immense hog. And then Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see? He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
Right, mate.
What do you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the
What?
question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of
Jesus
comedy.
Christ,
So when
man.
my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Okay.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is actually about?
It's about how
Dude,
hard it's been for me.
if a
and
chat
some of the
show like
struggles
this
that I've
actually
faced.
existed,
Like, really
it
get
would
into the heart
get
of how tough it is to be
one cancelled, but it would be so highly
Harris.
rated.
Jesus, that was hard.
Catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around
Oh,
two
whoops.
things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my
Yeah,
life.
it's kind of like a British Eric Andre show, isn't it?
Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. You're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the house!
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into.
What's different about this show, then?
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera or, God forbid, a pantomime. But you know, this show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know.
Was I supposed to show me the fucking trailer the whole time?
That you bring to the show.
Oh, good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my my steady hand on the tiller, my arm around the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock.
Can you give us a sneak peek?
Yo, that was actually a good transition. Did you see that?
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
Yep. We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
Oh my god! Oh fuck.
You'll never take the sacred pass!
And am I right in saying this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, was actually a life.
I think someone's created a fake account on Discord. Yes, I'm aware. There are people who are trying to make fake accounts to scam you. Please do not fall for it. I will not DM you on Discord. Do not ever think I will DM you on Discord because I will not. Do not ping me either. Shut up. Thank you.
Saver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
As a fucking dragon, mate.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
For what?
Death.
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are.
Hello there.
Between
What
the
up,
cost
Scoober
of my
McGruber?
tours, and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves?
We're performing all over the nation.
And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Yes, it's unbelievable, Megan.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt you'll have taken our jobs.
I can't switch to the ad, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here, have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Oh, I can play ad A. Oh, just kidding. I did it.
Oh.
Oh,
How did I get a D again? It's because of the damn fucking song sequence, man. I don't understand it. Yo, my stocks stay rising. A sign of things to come. Shopping, something that always seemed so tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advance form, CCO, emblazoned in a number of places on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. You roll it down. Good evening, nothing to worry about, chap. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? I'm sorry, I don't have one right now. That's not a problem. We've got forms of this right here, and they were more than happy to sign you up. The man gestures to his colleague behind him, a young woman in a similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and is stuck with the paperwork. I thought these cards weren't required? Well, strictly speaking, they're not, but there's also loads of benefits to having them and no reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment. He leans over you. His presence now seems a little intimidating. Yeah, no thanks, bro. Not right now. Almost instantly, the friendly demeanor is gone and his expression is one of stern disapproval. Well, obviously I can't make you sign up, but I would strongly recommend you do, and soon we wouldn't want people to think you had anything to hide, would we? He takes a step back and gestures for you to drive on. You're sure you see him writing something down in your rearview mirror as you head home somewhat more hurriedly than before. Clearly, Advance are very keen on everyone joining the team. Everyone's got to have a license, mate. Everyone. An invitation worth ignoring. It's Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event, Bozeman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. You've already skipped a work weekend once, you can't do it again. Best go. Best start getting ready. You wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job. Right? Right? A national news night. You arrive on time, barely, at the Sauvignon, one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised as you queue to get in and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is, possibly the fanciest place you've been to in your life. You submit to being patted down with a sigh of relief or led into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. And when you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks for your name. I'm Alex Winston. She curtly checks your list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You've made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Manuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. You feel a slight tap on your arm, and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at a table away from the central floor area, half under a set of stairs. Your view of the stage is, at best, partially blocked. Bozeman's definitely not happy with you at the moment. You're sat with some colleagues you've heard of around the Channel 1 offices before but haven't met. For the most part, they're considered slackers at best, and about to be fired at worst. What category do you fit in? As the evening goes on, you hear Jeremy Donaldson receive an award for outstanding contributions to journalism. You also hear Megan Wolf accepting it on his behalf as he hasn't turned up to the event. Not unusual, apparently, but it's hard for you to tell much from your limited view under the stairs. You also notice a community cohesion officer hovering near your table. They seem to be as bored here as you. A few glasses of no doubt very expensive wine later, you see Bozeman speaking to a few specific tables, joined by what looked like Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. This is confirmed by an unimpressed nod from the CCO when you ask them, perhaps a little too loudly. Their presence sparks a debate between those at your table about the virtues of both advance and disrupt. You espouse how advance is making the country a better place. You argue in favor of disrupt and their ideals of freedom. You say to the politics, you probably had too much to drink. That one, dog. You end up talking and staying later than you thought you would, despite yourself. Sam isn't best pleased when you keep them waiting outside for 20 minutes, but it isn't an entirely terrible evening in the end. You still rather have been at home, though. Maybe you'll skip the next one. Am I just gonna have like a whole year here? Da-da-dee-doo. Damn, how many more broadcasts? Oh fuck, the heat wave. Oh god.
Oh, well done. I see you've let the trim switch blow. No surprises there. It blew because those valves are overheating in this heat wave. Keep them cool with the fan. Point it up and down to cool whichever valve is overheating. And keep an eye on the fan's power switch. It's as useless as, well,
I see.
frankly, it keeps switching off and you'll need to turn it back on again when it does. The gauge in the front view will give you an indication when things are hotting up, and hopefully even someone with your attention span will hear the damn.
This game is about 8 hours long, apparently. Wait, so how long am I into it currently? Like 4? God damn, this game's long! Alkine, thank you for 6 months. Was not expecting the game to be that long, because it's not that... It was like $7 on Steam. But it is like 50 gigs, so that makes sense. But it's also just a bunch of videos. Probably that's why. Dun 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 dun. Bing bong bing bong. So what's this? 290 nights at Eddie's? Yeah, it's 290 nights in England. You're a BBC camera operator. Pretty sure I'm saved though.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
Well, tomorrow I am looking to get a lobby to play Peak. So probably we'll do that. And then probably finish this game at some point, I guess. It's like halfway, so 4 more hours. But gaming tomorrow, because Peak was fun and I want to play with more people. Peak is a lot of fun. And then cooking on Friday for 4th of July. So cooking stream Friday, tomorrow stream, gaming, cooking stream Friday. When Death Stranding 2? When Death Stranding 2? What do you mean, when Death Stranding 2? Like, when am I gonna stream it next on main? Will you do fireworks? Probably not like actual fireworks. Yee? Alt stream tonight? Maybe. We'll see. Bum 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 bum. I don't even know like if I'm halfway through Death Stranding 2 at this point. I have to check. But I will see you guys tomorrow for Omega Pogger stream. So thanks guys. Also, almost at 100k Instagram followers. Yay, number go uppies. It's like actually like 50 away. So next stream probably will be at 100 if I don't lose 1,000 overnight. So, say good night, Momo. And good night, everyone. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Yes, Momo.
How can you say goodbye, my love, when we haven't even said hello? I see your face